It's a scene that's been played out for nearly 100 years, daily grooming with a brush made by McPherson's, the consumer goods company behind iconic haircare brand Lady Jayne.
Lady Jayne's history spans back to actually the 1920s from England, and they established a business here in Australia in the early 20s. Roll on to the 30s and 40s, Lady Jayne really picked up speed with accessories. And the Hollywood glamour of the 50s is really when the brand took off in this country.
With that strong brand history and focus on customer needs, McPherson's now sells around 4 million Lady Jayne products every year in Australia. But McPherson's knew that for brands like Lady Jayne to continue to thrive, it had to think hard about bringing products to market in a more sustainable way. The obvious place to start was with the packaging. These hairbrushes are identical, but consumers may be surprised to learn that because of its foil content, the cardboard wrapping on the left is non-recyclable. In short, this packaging will end up in landfill. For the team at McPherson's, it wasn't just a simple matter of replacing the existing wrapping on Lady Jayne products with recyclable cardboard.
The ability of the product to perform its function, like to display well and outline what it does, and some of the testing around, well, can it just sit on the hook and stay there and cope with getting taken off and put back? Yeah, there's just some interesting tests and processes you got to go through for that, but well worthwhile.
As you can appreciate with a portfolio brand, you're talking, 80 to 100 products. So it's time and resource there and aligning with the right manufacturers to deliver the requirements that we need. The payback is it's very energising for the business to make that transformation and then to have those more fruitful dialogues with our retailers about how we're serving their shoppers.
Packaging for the Lady Jayne range is now fully compliant with the Australasian Recycling Label Scheme, administered by co-regulatory body APCO.
Check it before you chuck it, and I will too.
With the ARL, we can see that it's one of the few evidence-based programs you have in the world, basically, that says it works by providing that evidence to say that it actually is justified to say this is recyclable or that it's not recyclable. So it has a great weight with the consumer.
While renovating the packaging for the Lady Jayne range was relatively straightforward, upgrading the packaging for the signature Akin range of skin and haircare products posed a range of challenges.
Akin's actually been around for 35 years. It was developed by a botanical chemist who saw a need for natural products that actually delivered results for consumers.
The range was totally overhauled, with McPherson's replacing containers made of virgin plastic that were only fit for landfill. All of Akin's packaging is now a minimum of 70% recycled content, with the majority being 100% recycled. All containers are also now completely curbside recyclable. But there were other considerations as well.
The formulation was impacted slightly. Because we've decided to move to clear packaging, we had to make sure that all the formulations would be stable. Actually, clear packaging is the easiest to recycle and put back in the circular economy. So by using clear plastic, we're making sure it's more likely that the plastic will be reused and recycled again.
Like Lady Jayne products, the Akin range now bears the clear Australasian Recycling label. Public pressure helped get the scheme up and running. But with around a quarter of recyclable containers ending up in general waste, consumers are being reminded to check it before they chuck it.
They also have a key role to play when it comes to placing packaging at the end of life in the correct bin, whether that be the recycling bin or into the trash itself. So getting that part right is going to be really important.
Can't go to your house and say, make sure you put this in the right container. But what I can do is design the packaging so it's really easy to recycle. And I can put super clear instructions from the Australasian Recycling label on there so that people in Australia and New Zealand know what to do with it in their curbside recycling.
We know consumers don't want to be greenwashed, so we're very transparent in what we're able to achieve, but we'll be looking to make changes as things change and new materials become available, just to make sure we're at the forefront of sustainability.
For a medium-sized consumer goods company, McPherson's likes to think it's punching well above its weight when it comes to the circular economy.